Activists are pressing in all 50 states to try to get the required support.
A large majority are for term limits, fiscal sanity, and conforming to the constitutional balance of powers.
As legislators in Ohio, you have the authority and responsibility to check the federal government.
It's a new legislation introduced this week in the Idaho Senate.
The rule of the administrative state is anti-constitutional and allows for a vast array of policymaking.
It's a move that allows states to bypass Congress and join together to propose amendments to the U.S. Constitution.
What the federal government has been doing, what Congress has been doing, they're not solving the problem.
Why would Congress ever impose term limits on itself, let alone impose fiscal restraints on themselves?
And each of you took an oath of office to defend and support the Constitution.
Check what the executive branch and Congress at the federal level can do. I am in full support and I completely endorse the Convention of States action in the state of Nevada.
There's a possibility that there could be a convention of states, and you can enact dramatic change.
Supporters and opponents say it's closer than you may think to actually happening.
It seems like every time I talk to you or I read something about Convention of States, there's another state that has either already passed it or they are in the process of considering it.
And it's impressive also to see just how many states have already passed a Convention of States Article 5 resolution.
So far, 19 states have passed Convention of States legislation.
This actually is making the argument for things like term limits that the Convention of States argues for.
The governor doesn't even need to sign it. The legislators just need to pass it.
Should the state of Idaho support Convention of States?
You're talking about shrinking the size of the federal government by 90%.
You bring joy to my heart even saying it, Richard.
Keep us posted. We're going to have you on a lot more.
Having this experience totally equips people to be a part of the process when it actually does happen.
An extra degree of confidence in what we're doing.
And this is phenomenal.
Like history was being made.
Was a dream come true.
It is time for the American people to retake control of their government.
All of my work for COS is for my children and grandchildren, though they may not understand it or appreciate it, but it is for them and their posterity.
This is our first time ever to have Convention of States present at this particular legislators conference.
So we had an Ohio legislator that actually said, oh, I already know about this. Your people are in my office all the time. In fact, they should have had your people hunt for bin Laden because he would have been caught and killed a lot sooner.
truly believe that Convention of States, this organization, this movement, and this moment is the vehicle by which us patriots can preserve our republic given to us by our founders.
There's a couple things we need in this country. We need term limits, and we need a balanced budget amendment, and Congress is never going to do that for us. That's why I support an Article 5 Convention of the States.
Convention of the States empowers the people of America to get some things done that they've long wanted.
And our founders, in their brilliance, gave us a tool to do that, and it's in Article 5.
Well, if you're looking for something where you can fight for the future of our country right in your own backyard, look at Convention of States.